Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's devotion for December 17th. Today's devotion is titled Leave a Little Behind, and the Bible reading is from Leviticus chapter 23, verses 15 to 22. From the day after the Sabbath, the day you brought the sheaf of the wave offering, count off 7 full weeks. Count off 50 days up to the day after the 7th Sabbath, and then present an offering of new grain to the Lord. From wherever you live, bring 2 loaves made of 2/10 of an ephah of the finest flour, baked with yeast, as a wave offering of first fruits to the Lord. Present with this bread 7 male lambs, each a year old and without defect, 1 young bull and 2 rams. They will be a burnt offering to the Lord, together with their grain offerings and drink offerings, a food offering, an aroma pleasing to the Lord. Then sacrifice 1 male goat for a sin offering, and 2 lambs, each a year old, for a fellowship offering. The priest is to wave the 2 lambs before the Lord as a wave offering, together with the bread of the first fruits. They are a sacred offering to the Lord for the priest. On that same day, you are to proclaim a sacred assembly and do no regular work. This is to be a last ordinance for the generations to come, wherever you live. When you reap the harvest of your land, do not reap to the very edges of your field or gather the gleanings of your harvest. Leave them for the poor and for the foreigner residing among you. I am the Lord your God. Pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, and occasionally a $50. That's what you'd find on the nightstand beside his bed. He'd empty his pockets each evening and leave the contents there, for he knew eventually they'd come to visit. They being his grandchildren. Over the years, the kids learned to visit his nightstand as soon as they arrived. He could have put all that spare change in a coin bank or even stored it away in a savings account, but he didn't. He delighted in leaving it there for the little ones, the precious guests in his home. A similar mindset is what's expressed in Leviticus 23 when it comes to bringing in the harvest from the land. God, via Moses, told the people something quite counterintuitive: not to reap to the very edges of your field or gather the gleanings of your harvest. Essentially, he said, leave a little behind. This instruction reminded the people that God was behind the harvest in the first place, and that he used his people to provide for those of little account, the strangers in the land. Such thinking is definitely not the norm in our world, but it's exactly the kind of mindset that will characterize the grateful sons and daughters of God. He delights in a generous heart, and that often comes through you and me. What's your first reaction to the thought of leaving a little behind? What's one way you could practice such thankful generosity toward the poor or the strangers in your life? Thank you for joining me for today's devotion. Sorry about the noise in the background. One of the hamsters is furiously running on his wheel. But anyway, hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I will talk with you later. Bye, guys.